Hi, my name is Ruben. I've been working for the IT industry for more than 10 years, and I spent the last 8 years doing security as my domain expertise. I'm actually an ethical hacker. So I started young when I was actually in primary school because I was playing online games. From there, I was trying to hack on the server and get more freebies. I did computer programming for college, so I picked up more skills to develop tools and solutions. So right now I'm working for an IT industry that covers security. I'm about to start my day. Come join me. Most people think hackers are bad. So basically there are two types of hackers, an ethical hacker and an offensive hacker. So they are called a black hat and a white hat. Black hat is actually someone who does offensive attacks for money and prestige. So they do information thefts, and at the same time they do collect details from specific persons or companies. Which is the other thing that they do is they do offensive attacks wherein they actually do disruptive attacks like denial of service. So I'm a white hat, or basically an ethical hacker. What I do is collect information from customers. Then afterwards, I piece up all the information together. I do pretty much forensics. So I look at the logs from IDS, IPS, firewall logs, the antivirus logs, try to find the clues that was left by the cyber criminals, put the pieces together, and afterwards try to recreate the scenarios. I provide a root cause analysis so the customer knows what happened, answers the question how and what. Then afterwards, I try to provide solutions by helping them configure their environment and their solutions so they will not be attacked again. So I'm about to start work. Come join me while I try to battle the cyber criminals. Basically, I do two things. I do proactive and reactive approach. Proactive is I do penetration testing. So I try to go to the customer's site. I do direct attacks to them, but I inform them in front that I'm going to do these things. So I do port scanning, IP scanning, and try to check the firewall status. I try to drop malwares in their environment to see if their antivirus solutions actually detect them. At the same time, I try to send out emails using social engineering. So I try to figure out who are the users if they're really easy to compromise, and try to find the flaws in their security. On the reactive side, that's the bad part, because what I do mostly for the reactive side is because customers have already been attacked. So what I do is try to make sure that it gets prevented. So I find the footprints of the cyber criminals, put the solutions in place, do an analysis, then try to configure the solutions. My biggest challenge is probably outbreaks. Reason being because I have to defend different sectors of the network. I have to also find out the root causes. I have to figure out the infection vectors, how they spread. One of the best things that happened to me is I went to one of the banks in Indonesia. So what I did there is I went to the command center in Jakarta and tried to combat the Conflicker virus. So the Conflicker is actually a malware that uses different infection vectors. So I had to find out from the different branches, from the different islands in Indonesia, how they got infected, how they spread. And I tried to find our solutions to actually block them so they kept from spreading. At the same time, we try to get the files so I can actually analyze the files and provide solutions to the customer. I actually work 24/7. The way I communicate to my clients is actually transparent. I give them all the stages of the attacks that I'm going to do if I'm doing offensive attacks. Ethical hacking makes me more competitive or in the edge because I try to figure out more about technology, because you cannot be out of date. Because technology progresses, everything moves very fast and very forward. So if you're out of date, you won't be able to see or what happened when an attack happens. So you basically explain to the customer what happened and what they did. So you provide solutions and you actually give them a consultation afterwards. Being an ethical hacker, we're actually the CSIs of the IT industry.